But Chasing Circles, which is towards the end of the album, is really special to me. It has My Son Is Laughing at the end of it. And that was one of the ones that I was like, do I put this on there or do I not? Because I think it was really reflective of postpartum for me, I think. And that's a whole thing in itself. And I will say I was quite lucky. I didn't suffer with postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety, but like I can absolutely see how easy it is to get really, really like lost in that time period because there's a lot going on. And that's why, again, I come back to like the village that I have around me and all the help, because if you don't have that, I can't even imagine how difficult that time period is, even though you have something that is like one of the best things that's ever happened to you, but you're going through so much hormonally, like your whole world has just changed. And that song really is kind of like, it just indicates the part of it where even on the days where I felt just like a tiny bit lost, I know I have my village, but I know in my heart of hearts I have myself. I'm always going to find. So it's really about self-love, but like knowing how to find myself again.
That knowing that I'm going to have myself and I'm going to have myself again. I love those two things because that's really what happens as a mom. You lose that self.
Yeah.
The self that you knew, she's not coming back. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like she's gone, but I still have a self. And this is now a new self.
It just looks a little bit different.
And she honestly like a really a bad bitch because she
absolutely
you know what I mean? Like she actually know more than the last one, you know? But that's the hurdle, I feel like. For me it was. And I definitely did have like anxiety just about, you talk about there goes my heart. There goes my heart.
Yes, outside of your body.
You know, that shook me up a bit because I was ready to fight everybody.
Absolutely.
Even my I remember when I first came home from the hospital, my mom was holding the baby and was like, go lay down. She was just being loving. I went into my room and I'm like,
what do I do?
Like, where's my child? And it's like, girl, your mama got the baby. So that is I relate so much to that.
It's definitely like, it's a tough time period also because you don't know what to expect. Like I was saying before, like you can put all of your ducks in a row, honestly, and it could be completely different when the baby gets here. So yeah, it's just interesting because you don't know what type of person you're going to be after you have a child. You don't even know what type of person your child is going to be. So there's beauty in it, of course. It's amazing. It's probably the best thing I've ever done in my life, honestly. But yeah, just kind of finding myself again and knowing that even though I might feel like this today, tomorrow can be way better. And in 6 months, and once they get, now he's 1.5, I'm like, it's completely different to the newborn stage. And, like it just feels, he's not even super self-sufficient yet. He can do things, obviously, but like I can only imagine how it feels once you have like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Who can, and you have a 3-year-old. So
yeah, I'm about to say like the 3-year-old, you don't even know what's coming when they get to that age. They be like really talking back. My son will be like, no, I'm going to get you. You the bad mama. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't care. He turns into like a WWE wrestler. No, get out of my room.
But it's so funny to watch their personality like,
girl, develop.
Yes.
I was going to ask you don't have to answer this, but did you do any of the breastfeeding? Were you into any of that?
Yeah, I wasn't into it. I will say that. If I'm being truthfully honest, I really wasn't into it. I did do it and I tried, but I was overproducing. And
period.
But I was struggling to get it out.
His latch was a mastitis.
Yeah, it was getting to that. And I said to my doctor, listen, of all the other things that we have to deal with postpartum, one thing I do not want to deal with is an infection in my breast. Like that's just not. So I was like, stop this, please. Yeah, just end it here. He's absolutely fine. He's huge. He looks like a 3-year-old, and he's 1.5. So like. Obviously, if your journey is easier and that's what you want to do, I'm all here for it. But for me personally,
the baby good regardless. Yeah, the baby getting fed.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason that formula is there. Do you know
Absolutely.
What I mean? But yeah, I did do it not for long. I did try, and once I tried, and I was like, I gave it my best shot. I was like, no. Did you breastfeed?
I did. I did breastfeed for a while, and it was cool. But I mean, I agree with you. It's like a full-time job.
On top of the full-time job that you already did.
It's a lot. And then I was gotten into the pumping, and now I'm walking around with a whole device.
Yeah,
I got like a damn Mary Poppins bag. That shit. And then sometimes people would lose my milk and at that point, you're dead.
Yeah, because I worked really, really hard on this.
For 4 ounces, you know how hard for, and I mean, it was. And then you get online and you have these people with these big jugs talking about, this is what I did just than 15 minutes, and it's this big. And it's like, and you're dead too. Like, it's so stressful. I was really stressed, babe, and I was doing everything I could.
Yeah.
But I think what really, like, honestly, what helped me to also, like, do it, and this is like a vanity piece, but I'm sure you can realize, you know, after mom, you're trying to get yourself back right. It really did help me get back, like, my body.
Oh,
and
yes,
stuff,
yes.
too.
It makes you lose weight.
It made me look.
Yeah.
So I was like, I
Yes.
felt like it also was like, I was like, just hold on. You know, just
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
This is for me and this is for you.
Yes.
You know. So but yeah, I agree with you though. At the end of the day, the baby got fed regardless. It was like, you know.
I was like,
we're
I
gonna do
did
what we
my
need to
part.
do.
I tried my hardest, and as long as he's not starving, which he absolutely wasn't, I was like, cool. I'm good.